Let's see if SK Telecom will just outdraft and outplay KT yet again. Let's get in for game number 2.
First time he's on a melee champion. This is a nice wraparound from Score,
yeah,
though.
Score coming in right on the backside of Faker. Has that red buff to slow him up. They're going to dash through. Faker does have the flash, but Score is going to cut him off. Pawn getting exhausted now. Score just going to go ahead and flash in. That's going to be the kill. First blood going over to Pawn on Zed. Well, Faker out of mana, throws the shield on himself. Does not have flash. They cut him off at the end of the line. Smeb wraps around from the backside. Last melee hit comes up with the kill. 2 on the board for KT. So he had some idea that Pawn had retreated back. Speaking of Pawn, goes in onto Faker. The shockwave does connect. He has a death mark coming through. Doesn't do nearly as much damage as you would expect yet. But the Ash Arrow comes out. Faker still gets clipped. Flash forward from Wolf with the ebb and flow. Comes up with the heal to keep Faker alive, at least for now. Smeb comes into the backside, has the flame spitter, helps take him out as Pawn. Claims the killing blow, and a second one goes over to KT Rolster, taking out Peanut. Nicely done by KT.
Bot lane.
Oh, Pawn goes in. Bang. There's just no way. Ignite comes through. They do have the ebb and flow. Pop doesn't do enough. Actually, does make it out alive, but looks like Huni might not be able to save the same. The red buff slowing him up. Electro Harpoon doesn't connect. Good flash away from Bang at the last second to get out of range of that Ash Arrow.
Suddenly Ezreal can't enter the same side
beautiful steal by Score
of the map to get to his next item. Ninja Tabi's certainly not going to be enough. He's going to walk up and try again. There's no support yet, although we can see Nami is going to walk up.
Could just kill Wolf. Gonna go ahead, jumps in. Doesn't even use the death mark. Might still have the kill. Has to use it right at the last second. Does get it. They're waiting for him to snap back. They're ready for this one. Peanut's got the bush hop, so the flash won't take Pawn far enough away to keep him alive, so he does go down.
It's a big problem.
Or can he find another steal? The answer is going to be yes.
But that itemization doesn't exist. Now he needs Wolf, exhaust, everything he can get. Speaking of Wolf.
Yep. Electro Harpoons with the overheat doing quite a bit of damage.
Very difficult to DPS down Nolus. Ninja Tabi does so much work. Triple Ninja Tabi.
Mana flashes away from the dredge line and away from Peanut simultaneously. Still gets popped up by that depth charge. Looks like he might go down. No, the shield comes in. Heal as well from depth, keeping him alive over the wall. Smeb gets jumped on, throws down the equalizer straight into the zone. Is it enough to keep him alive? Yes, it is. The Ash Arrow comes out, locks up Wolf. He's going to go down. 3 members of SK Telecom just get ripped right off of Summoner's Rift by KT Rolster. They should be able to net this for themselves. Looks like they do. And it's an Infernal Drink to follow up as our 3rd dragon. KT, if they can maintain this map presence, very well could net themselves for that. Faker just trying to spend his time getting some damage in onto the turret. Score goes low, throws out the collateral damage. Bang has the flash away, but Death follows through with his own. Red carpet laid out by Smeb, comes up with the killing blow. They could very well go for this. The Scuttle Crab's there. Maybe they try to bait it. Pawn.
Oh,
yeah,
that was a
very
sick bait.
Cheeky.
That is a sick bait.
Trying to make him think, but there's the Scrying Orb comes through. And
I mean, they get a Scrying Orb. That's still something, right?
Yeah, they burn out the cooldown. It's very cheeky by Pawn. Red carpet thrown out for Peanut, getting burned away at. Down to just about half HP. The Leandre's doing so much work. Meanwhile, Smeb juking away from the dredge line. Hootie connects onto the wall. Now Pawn goes down onto Bang. Death marks there, and he gets taken out. Kill coming through for the Zed. A lot of poke eliminated for the side of SK Telecom. They're going to go ahead and work their way right back over to this Baron where they will start it up.
And you see in that fight why it was so important that they took the early objectives, because Orianna is never grouped with a front line in front of her to put the ball, to cancel out the death mark. Faker has been out of position because it's very hard to have position, and we hear an ultimate pop and we see a turn.
Yeah, dredge line coming through. Big
equalizer!
Big shockwave comes through. Faker just absolutely devastates the ranks of KT Rolster. A triple kill for him. Pawn trying to get out with his life, but it just doesn't look very likely. And good God, off the backside of the Baron, SKT blow the game wide open. Hootie, he lands the dredge line. Pawn dead to rights will go down. That's an ace for SK Telecom T1.
They cancel out the Baron on every member. Oh, it looks so sweet for KT. They thought they could get the turn, and then it all lined up for Faker. Look at this Wombo. He'd been farmed up. He hadn't got to the fights, but that was the turn of all turns for SK Telecom.
Absolutely devastating, and that has got to shock KT's mental state. If that doesn't, I don't know what else will. We'll see if a teleport can have some effect. Huni comes in from the sidelines, gets a dredge line in on to Score. He quick draws in just for the reload, not even trying to get over the wall. Def gets popped up yet again, has to flash over towards the tier 2. Now they're firing back. Huni gets locked down. The redemption heal comes through, but it's not enough to save his life. Smeb gets the killing blow. Meanwhile, Pawn splitting onto that inner turret in the top lane.
KT not going to group up again. They realize their mistake. Marta's calmed them down. Split push continues. Now you just keep forcing SKT to run away. Orianna does get the recall off, will be able to get there soon. So a bit of chunk coming onto this turret, but no more.
Yeah, popping the Youmu's, trying to get as many hits in as he can. Knocks it down to about half HP. It'll
Mid lane, though.
Very long time for that to regen. Peanut getting jumped on. Big flame spitter coming through from Smeb, but they're going to go ahead. Turn away, be happy with the turret. Maybe get the inhib if they can. Might be a little bit too risky. Is now Score getting jumped on by Bang, trying to make it out with his life. Pawn coming in. They're trying to back him up. He will die, but Pawn goes in. Deathmark comes down. Can they save his life? He jumps to the back line with the arcane shift. The Deathmark will not kill him. Shockwave connects. Smab very nicely timed Zonius to keep himself alive, but the bullet comes through. Faker, can he follow up with yet another kill? There it is. The auto attack is enough to take out the Rumble. 2 members dead. Pawn effectively out of the fight.
No setup CC this time. Now, if they come through a choke, you'll see what happens. They turn on to Baron.
I mean, they turn on to Baron. Mata gets caught by that shockwave.
Dead,
Faker goes straight into the zone. He's Peanut getting rooted down. Pawn comes over the wall looking for a kill. Can he find it? Dashes onto Peanut with a death mark in the back line. Looks like he might just get the pop. Heal comes through, but it's just not going to be enough to keep him alive. Line connects onto Pawn. Meanwhile, Faker goes down as Smeb burns right through him. Pawn taking the blast cone for a ride. Will be able to make it out with his life. It's a 2-for-1 pickup in favor of KT.
Faker's still dead, so they're trying the Baron.
He's dead for 5 seconds. Won't be able to join in with this one. Redemption coming down to keep KT healthy. When he comes forward, the Baron goes down, goes over to Score. Can they make it out with a buff this time around? We're going to find out. Smeb goes into the zone. He is with a flame spitter up. Get a whole lot of damage done to Huni, but now he's just all on his lonesome, stuck on an island with KT Rolster.
Equalizer back up.
And they cannibalize him. Peanut trying to make it out of here, dashes in, but he just pays for it with his life. Super Creep's going to be crashing in pretty much every single wave. Bang, gets jumped on, takes a lot of damage. Will not go down. The collateral not enough to finish him off. The heal comes through and keep him up.
Equalizer just to get Faker away from the turrets. They just want to end this game.
That might just be the end of this one. You can see the first turret goes down. Huni pushing forward, trying to find something. Shockwave comes in, but only finds Score. He gets popped up by the bubble. Pawn going into the back line. Will get his Guardian Angel pop, but he's just keeping the rest of SK Telecom busy while they shatter those Nexus turrets. Now Nexus is exposed. Smeb coming back in with the TP. A couple more shots on that Nexus, and I think they've done it. Here we go. Get a last few kills at the end as they kill Peanut. The Nexus crumbles, and we're going to game 3.